Hi, how are you today? I hope you're doing really well. Thank you for joining me. Again, I am just here to talk to you more about my artwork. I really hope that you're enjoying this series of me just going into deep depth about my artwork and why I choose to do what it is that I do. Art has been a passion of mine since I could remember. I used to sit on the floor just drawing with my mom. So art is quite literally in my blood. It's something, sorry if my hair looks absolutely atrocious. I just have curly hair and oftentimes I just wake up and that's how it looks. So sorry if you're offended. Just kidding. But yes, I would like to talk to you today about an art piece, I should say, that I've been working on for quite a while now. I was really excited whenever I started working on it, as most people are, and then, as time goes, I was like, is this really even that good? I started comparing myself, which this is the first time that I've ever done anything sort of like this. To give you some reference, I started with watercolor and then I went over it with Prismacolor, and that's not something that I have ever done before. It's a new technique and I love trying new things. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I definitely do think that I have room for improvement, and that's what's really exciting to me is because I can see growth and I like to see growth. I think that life should always be about challenging yourself and seeing what you're good at, what you're not good at. And I personally think that it's something that I'm pretty good at. My specialty, I would say, is pen work. Yeah, but I don't often do Prismacolor because I do like Prismacolor. It's just it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort, and I'm kind of an instant gratification type person, so patience is not my strong suit. So this one definitely was challenging to me, but nonetheless, it was something that was really exciting, and I was really happy with the way it turned out. But I feel like I should just go ahead and jump into it, tell you the backstory, and then show you what it is that I did. So starting off, I, for one, am a spiritual person. I like to kind of go within and confront those more hard feelings that one may have. I don't even know if you would say per se that this is like a spiritual thing. I just like to heal. I have had a quite troubling life in the past, and that's perfectly okay. I like to go in and see what is left for me to heal because there's always room for, going within and making your inner child feel safe. And that is exactly what I did with this picture. There was a day that I was particularly feeling quite down. Um, I had told my mom that I was working on a new, no, that was before, that was after, I'm so sorry. I was just feeling quite sad because I was feeling quite sad. And just for like my past self, when I was a child, I wasn't always accepted for the person that I was. I felt like I had lost a little bit of myself, if that had makes sense, because I was never really able to truly be Jade. And that was really sad and very hard on me growing up because I had no self of really identity. I never had felt like I was in a safe enough place where I could show that true side of me. So I often would jump from friend group to friend group. They always ended up ending in a pretty not great way, and so that was quite hard. I would always think that it was something that was wrong with me, and I'm not saying that I didn't have any part to it because I definitely did. I would often choose my boys over my friends, and you can't do that. So yeah, I definitely did have some play into it, but for the most part, I had never really felt like I could be myself around other girls, I guess. And I'm not trying to say that I felt more comfortable around boys because I really didn't have any guy friends. I maybe had like one or two. I was just a lonely person. I really didn't have any like true friends. I was just more so, I'd spend my entire summer cooped up in my house watching YouTube. I didn't get to go out very much. I wasn't invited to places. My best friend was my mother and my brother. So that's kind of how I was. I never really felt like I was in a safe enough environment where I could be vulnerable. And the reason why I felt that way is because I'm a sensitive person. Ever since I was a child, I would cry at the drop of the hat. And I, for years, thought that that was something that was terrible. And I hated that about myself. And as you grow up, I started to realize that that wasn't something that I should be ashamed of. That's a strength of mine. My compassion and empathy, not empath, what? My empathy is something that I am very proud of. And Baby Jade was mistreated quite badly when she was younger. I had a narcissistic friend who, she was my best friend, my only friend actually, and she was very terrible to me. She would say that I was ugly, I'd never be pretty or as pretty as her, and she was older than me. She was like the older cool girl who had chosen me to be her friend, and so I thought she would have been like a good friend of mine. We're acquaintances now. I wouldn't say that we were anywhere as close as we used to, but you grow up. I don't have any hard feelings towards her. She was a kid. She had her own issues. I had my own issues. I don't hold her accountable. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I just know that we all grow. She's gone through her things that made her grow, and I've gone through my things. I don't have any hard feelings to these people because, growing up is tough, and oftentimes children are mean to other children for no real reason, or even just because that's all that they know, and that's really terrible. But yeah, so basically what the picture is going to show how my outside environment was not matching how I felt on the inside. I was very sad as a child. I never felt like I had fit in. Even when I was like 6 or 7, I never felt like I really clicked, even within my own family. Not my immediate family, no, but my outside family, like my cousins and my aunts. On my mom's side, they're all Hispanic, and on my dad's side, they're all white. I had never felt like I was Hispanic enough or that I wasn't white enough. So I was kind of just like in this weird limbo where I didn't know what the hell I was. So that was also very alienating as a child. So I just kind of leaned more into that, where I just completely alienated myself. I really didn't care. I had my small group of people who let me be myself, and that was like my brother and my mom. And then along the way, I met my friend Layla, and she was the one that really brought out the artistic side in me. It was always in there, but I just thought that it was something that I was cool and that I wanted to be this amazing artist, but I'd never achieved that. But it wasn't until I met Layla where I realized how talented she was and how much I could grow as a person and as an artist. And I have a lot to thank her because I wouldn't be where I am today if she didn't give me that confidence to really go for the gold and explore. She would often challenge herself, and it would inspire me to challenge myself, get out of my comfort zone. That was something that I didn't like to do very much. So I feel like I've babbled on enough about my experiences and what led up to me making this picture. And even when I was making this picture, I still had that same alienated feeling. Let me just go ahead and show you. So this is again representing me when I was younger and how I was so pure and just wanted to be accepted, and I had so much love in my heart that I wanted to share, yet my outside surroundings never let me feel safe enough to do so. It was a little bit difficult to do this one, I will be honest with you, because I had tried to share it with my mother, and she said, "Why do you make your artwork so sad?" And I was like, I don't really see it as sad, or at least I hadn't at that point. I saw it as empowering, as how I could go from somebody who was so scared to be vulnerable, to be able to go on YouTube and just talk about my shit. But I talk about this so others don't feel as alone as I did growing up, I know that there's other people out there who are as sensitive and vulnerable as I am, and that's okay. And I really find it beautiful to be able to tap into your softer side, because it shows that we're all human and we all have emotions. And that's so lost in today's world, where it's like it's taboo for you to feel your feelings. And it shouldn't be that way at all. Feeling your feelings is beautiful, and I wish that younger Jade had a environment where she felt like she could have been vulnerable. But it's nice to know that she has an environment now where she can. And that's what's even more empowering to me with this picture, is because I am happy and I'm very open with my emotions. You know, not all of them, but the ones where I feel that I can share, I will share. It's a very beautiful picture to me, and yeah, I have a lot more room to grow. I definitely do see that there is some more growth that could be had here. But just for the first one that I have done, I think it's really fucking cool. She's cute as fuck, and I love her. I am so happy with the way it turned out. I feel like it really captures my inner innocence of my child, my inner child, the innocence of my inner child, and the harsh truth of reality, where our reality doesn't even have to be that way. You know, if you are a spiritual person, you know that you can create your own reality. And I truly have. And it's really fucking cool, because I never would have thought that I would be able to reach like mental, emotional maturity. I kind of always thought that I would be an emotional wreck, where I would just cry at the drop of a hat. I cried because I got a C on my test one time, and I just, a little crazy to me. I'm definitely by no means like that bad anymore. I know when it's okay, I guess. Well, it's always okay. You always want to feel those emotions, but I'm better at handling them. I don't break down. I don't leave school or work because I'm having a mental breakdown, unless I'm taking my birth control, but that's a whole nother story. Anyways, yeah, I really find that this picture turned out way better than I could have ever hoped. I am so proud. This was definitely 100% out of my comfort zone. If you've seen my other stuff in the past, you know I primarily work with pen, which there is still some pen here, but the fact that I used watercolor and Prismacolor, I feel like it just really makes the inner child of me pop. And that's what I wanted to do, because she is the main focus. She is who I'm living for, is my inner self, and obviously my current self, but mostly to make younger Jade feel like she's in an environment where she can just play and be a child, because she didn't always feel that way. I really truly love this picture. And to those who are like my mother, yes, it's sad, but to me it's empowering. And I hope others of you can understand how I feel and understand that it's also empowering to you. I do hope that you're able to feel what it is that I wanted you to feel with this picture. Yeah, sorry, it's springtime, so like my allergies are going a little cuckoo crazy. Anyways, I truly am so proud of how this turned out. I love like this dress was originally supposed to be lace. Turns out I can't draw lace. So I ended up just making the headband and the shirt silk. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, I got this picture from inspiration from a model on Pinterest. I believe her name is Molly Doll. I'll link it in the description. She's a beautiful girl, but in the picture she had more darker clothing, whereas for me, I have never really been like one of those dark, mysterious girls. I've kind of always been like a Princess Bubblegum, if you will. You know, I'm just a very bright and quiet but bubbly person, if that makes sense. So, you know, as all things, I altered it to fit me and to match what I was feeling at the time. Because whenever I go back within and I confront those more scary emotions, I tend to make a memento of my healing, and that's exactly what this is. I went within and I healed my inner child of the girl who felt lonely and that she'd never find a true friend. And yes, I may not have a best friend now, but I'm happy. I don't feel alone because I have myself. I am able to go within and know that I am in an environment where I can still be safe and where I can still be vulnerable. Got lipstick on. But yeah, how many times am I gonna say I truly love this? It's a sweet picture to me. It's a sweet memento. Makes me very proud of the inner healing that I have done. And I hope this is able to encourage you to do the same, because truly amazing and beautiful things happen when you're able to heal those inner wounds. You don't even know what blessings are in store once you start getting over those milestones. Yeah, it might be tough in the moment, might really freak you out and make you cry and make you hate what it is that you're doing. But once you get past that initial storm, it's just, the blessings just keep coming in waves and waves. And it's really, truly such a beautiful thing to heal your inner child, or just to heal any wounds that are really deep within, hard to face, you know? I really, truly hope that you enjoyed this video and it gave you some insight of how you can grow and let your manifestations or blessings come in. I thank you so much for being here. I am so happy that I'm able to have the confidence to come on here and just talk to you about my emotions as a child, or just like in general, because it's definitely something that I never would have thought that I would have gained the confidence to do. So it's very nice, and I appreciate all of you who watch my videos. You truly mean so much to me, and I hope that my words are able to inspire you to do some healing on your own. Maybe someday we can all heal this planet and grow as a community and really just be open and vulnerable with each other instead of trying to tear each other down with jealousy and envy. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.